Suppose you have a line segment in the coordinate plane, and you want to locate the coordinates of the midpoint, the point that's right in the middle of that line segment. It turns out it's really easy if we just look at the situation. So let's take a look at this line segment AB, and I want to find the coordinates of that midpoint M. Well, if we just think about it, in some sense we kind of want to take the middle point here in the x direction and the middle point here in the y direction, which is really just an average. I want to average these two numbers, so I add them up and divide by 2, and I want to average the y values, add them up and divide by 2. And you know what? It's literally as simple as that. That is the precise location for the midpoint of the line segment. We just take the two x values, add them up and divide by 2, find their average, do the same thing for the y, and you're home free. Let's take a look at an example where we can see this in action. So let's actually take a look at the line segment CD. And I'm going to tell you what C is, and I'm going to tell you what D is, so don't worry. It turns out that C has coordinates -3, 4. So -3, 4, where's that? Well, -3, 1, 2, 3, there's -3, 4. We go 4 up, 1, 2, 3, 4. So right here, that's C, -3, 4. Now, where's D? D is at 1, comma, -2. So 1, comma, -2. There's D. 1, -2. So can you see the line segment? It's right here. All right, and now our mission is to locate the coordinates for the midpoint. Well, to do that, we just literally find the average of the x and the average of the y. So the midpoint is going to be, well, we take 1 and we add to it -3. And divide by 2, comma, and then we take -2, and we add to it 4, and divide by 2. And what do we see? What we see here is -2 divided by 2, which is just -1, comma, and what do we see here? Here on the top we see 2 divided by 2 is 1, and so we see -1, 1 should be the midpoint. Let's see if that even makes sense. -1, 1. We go over -1 and up 1, and look. Sure enough, even on my picture, it looks like that represents the point right in the middle. So midpoints, absolutely no big deal. Find the averages of the x by adding the x's up and dividing by 2. Do the same for y. You've got your midpoint.